Ms. Lowry?
I'm here to question this resolution to pay the new teacher project $10,000 for pre-screening principal candidates over the phone using a school district-derived rubric. This TNP was hired to answer the phone and check off boxes, whereas we have secretaries who basically do the same thing. Why are we paying this outside agency to do this? Where's the rubric? Can we see the rubric? Is it available? And why is the SRC outsourcing middle-class secretarial jobs, especially now that we've been outsourcing substitutes for teachers, and that's not going so well? I looked into the TNTP. It's kind of interesting. It was founded by Michelle Ray, and according to their website, it's been voted, hold on, it's funny. It was voted one of the top work-from-home companies. Maybe that was why they're hired, so that they could stay home and answer the phones. They were also voted one of the 10 companies with good food, so I have no comment on that. They've been described as championing alternative teacher certification, which means basically circumventing state and university-involved teacher preparation. That's kind of scary to me. Their executive board comes from business backgrounds such as the Broad Foundation, ring any bells, hedge funds, Bain and Company, Mitt Romney, Binders of Woodwind, remember that? And one of the members is from Temple School of Ed. I mean, they could have just gone up the street to get him. Other members of their executives, or other executives, have worked for charter schools, TFA. They've helped charterize New Orleans. This is all TNTP. These are the people answering phones, screening our pre-principal candidates. Daniel Weisberg is their major executive, and he worked for the New York City schools under Joel Klein, who is now working with Rupert Murdoch to invent some education platforms to sell, where he negotiated, this guy Weisberg negotiated record-breaking reforms. I'm kind of curious what they are. Nonetheless, TNCP also supports Philly Plus, a project with which Gates money is being used to select and train new principals in public, charter, and parochial schools in Philadelphia. So here's the SRC trying to eliminate principals who have not been through the screening process, such as our principal at Worcester, who's a graduate of Philly schools, sent her children to Philly schools, and has worked in our Germantown community for 15 years, but now she, as well as other old principals, are just basically being replaced by these pre-screened Stepford employees. Of 23 new principals hired this year, 5 are new to Philly, 11, this is their first principal assignment, but in theory they're adhering to some kind of secret strategy the SRC has, corporate reform model. And this isn't creating a school community, which we really would prefer to have in our schools, where principals are something that the community creates and looks towards. I also question how the school district and SRC could sit here and say they care about children when every change they make just turns over schools to private companies and other moneymakers. Charters are not saving or educating children, as shown by their data, which is no better than our under-resourced public schools, yet charters are getting resources to attract students, and in Worcester's case, we're now getting heat and electrical maintenance to the tune of $3 million because they're turning the building over to charters, yet we couldn't get those mechanical and electrical improvements for the last 15 years. But suddenly there was a contract out there for proposals to come in by October 22nd. We were told on October 1st that we were being turned into a charter. Charters are punitive towards children. They make them follow endless rules. I have a student right here from Worcester who now goes to Mastery, who told me 2 days ago, was here, that they're not even allowed to talk at lunch.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's Mastery. So I don't think Mr. Hyde, I don't think you want that for your children. I don't know why you want punitive charter schools for our children. Seems wrong.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And I also have Shaylin Martin. Please come forward. Shaylin Martin, business developer on saving at fixed expenses. Madam Chair, Speaker 11 has decided not to speak.